Well, it is Thirsty Thursday. Thursday every week, the Drought Monitor comes out from the U.S. Drought Monitor, gives us an update and a peek into what areas have improved and maybe which areas have worsened when it comes to the drought. Nationwide, we actually have seen some improvement over the last week. The folks in moderate drought or worse at 50.11%. Last week, it was about a percentage higher than that, 51.38%. Of the country in the lower 48 in a moderate drought or worse. So when it comes to a population, when you match up those percentages, we have about 2.5 million people less this week in drought compared to last week. So some pockets of improvement. However, maybe too much of a good thing. As you can see here in Death Valley, this was last week where the national park and hundreds of people were stranded because of substantial flooding, one of the wettest days in history for that national park there in Death Valley. But it did improve this region. So watch this area from Vegas to Barstow to St. George, because last week's drought monitor looked like this. Compared to this week, you see a substantial decrease in the amount of exceptional drought. Now, we still have some going on, but at least we have seen some improvement in that area. Unfortunately, in the other side of the story, the drought has worsened across much of the Central Plains from Texas to Iowa. This was last week's drought monitor, and then the worsening has occurred across sections of Kansas, Oklahoma, and especially into Texas. We did get a little rain yesterday, but hopefully we can get a little bit more. And then one other spot that has worsened is New England, and especially here into the Boston and Providence metro. This red shade has been added for this week's drought monitor, which is extreme drought, up from the severe drought that was already existing. We do have some rain coming into these sections that really need it for the Northeast into next week, as well as much of the Southwest. Driest spots in the far northern tier of the country, all the way through the middle to latter portion in the third week of August. That's your Thirsty Thursday update.